Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well this afternoon. Thank you for all of your likes and your comments. I really appreciate the interaction. I've already got the first pass out here. I'll catch you up on that and then we will continue on. In the central energy, we've got the Hermit shining a light, meditating. In this, so they're challenged by moving forward. They're challenged by some sort of an expansion. In their subconscious, they've got an Ace of Pentacles. So they're thinking about a financial opportunity. They're thinking about prosperity and abundance. In the recent past, we have this conflict here. So somebody was trying to get away with something tricky, but you were too strong. And you're the Sun. So you got the Sun who is super strong regarding all this trickery. Intentions, expectations is a brand new beginning. Blind faith, innocence, trust, you know? It would be nice if we could enter that state without actually losing memory and, you know, and the realization that there's a bunch of crap. But anyway, let's just continue on. In the near future, you got the Six of Swords here. So there is a transition. There is a moving forward to a peaceful, more peaceful, calmer waters. A relationship is ending. The lens that's being looked through is the Ace of Wands. So there's these potentials, right? New opportunities. You're ready to just jump right in and get busy, get to work. You got lots of passion here. You're fired up, right? You've got this Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Destiny has turned here in the environment for Two of Cups, for love unions, for marriages. Hopes and fears, we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. So there will be working with high standards, perhaps mastering some sort of apprenticeship, learning new skills. That benefit the positive potential for the collective. I like to think, because I've always liked to think about the macro, I like to think about what are my actions, how are my actions affecting my surroundings or anybody that I'm interacting with, right? Because I don't want to have a negative effect. And then in the outgoing energy, you've got Temperance here. So you've got balance and harmony, patience, finding meaning and purpose with life. And, you know, that's just lovely. You know, I remember being young. What am I here to do? What do I want to do? You know, when you're young, it's like, what college course are you going to take? What are you going to do, you know, with the rest of your life? What are you going to become? And the dream begins. And this time it looks like it's going to be without a whole lot of adverse interference. We've got this deck here, collective energy. Please, Spirit. Collective energy. Neglected. I failed to give you what you needed. So this Hermit is shining a light on neglect. Or somebody neglected to give somebody what they needed and they're challenged by them moving on forward, getting on down the road. Unfinished business. Yeah, we've got neglected here. Somebody feels that there is unfinished business. You're moving on down the road. You're there's a rebirth. You were strong through this conflict. You've got your prosperity here, your abundance. Somebody neglected you. They feel there's unfinished business. They've got habits, habitual patterns that they don't think they'll ever change. And you were too strong through this fraudulent relationship or whatever this was. And you overcame it. You were too strong for it. And you've got your new beginning here. The truth is revealed. The truth is out. New beginnings. Time. Too late to take any action. It is what it is. This is the new cycle. There is action going on, but this is, I feel, continuous. It's almost like, well, what was, and what will be. And it's too late to change any of that. It is what it is. Everything is seen. All hearts have been measured and weighed, categorized, and everything is being splintered into its designated and aligned vibratory match, right? With this, moving on, leaving the baggage behind, whatever that be, whatever, wherever you're headed to, whatever frequency you're on, you're going there. It's like there's this separation, you know. It's like some people explained it, and it's been explained many ways. This is like a conglomerate of all kinds of emotional and mental platforms, right? And it's like you've got your murderers and your rapists, you've got your nuns and your priests, you've got your spiritualists and your tree huggers, you've got, you know, all that stuff. You've got those who farm animals and those who try to save them. You know, it's just whacked. Everybody does whatever everybody does, and you know, oftentimes everybody disagrees with everybody else, and it's weird, but there's going to be this separation. And we're going to be moving into a state of balance and harmony, whatever that be for your frequency. That's what I'm catching. It's like whatever you're aligned with is where you're going to be. There's an Ace of Wands here, so there's yeah, you've got willpower. Somebody's feeling overwhelmed by your willpower. Somebody's feeling overwhelmed by your willpower, by your strength, by your willpower. The Wheel of Destiny is turned for the Two of Cups unions, for these marriages, for these connections. Somebody made mistakes. They wish they could right their wrongs. The hope is that you will be mastering an apprenticeship or some talent and skill, working with high standards. Here. Oh. When you, whoops, come into this reunion. It's a reunion. Like, it's weird. It just keeps saying it's a reunion. So it's like, you know each other. And whoever this was that made mistakes, they want to escape. There's balance and harmony. The chaser can't chase anymore. No more chasers. No more chasing around. You're going to go into balance and harmony. It's like no more chasing around. No more chasing after wealth of somebody else. No more chasing after the wife or the husband of somebody else. No more chasing after somebody else's happiness. So we've got chemistry here. So this passion. I've never felt a passion like this. Somebody, I guess, maybe feels like you didn't care. Our love is always there despite the distance. But they're in the shadows and they're feeling your absence. And you're moving on to a reciprocal relationship. You are seen as irreplaceable. You're being detached from what was, from that neglectful circumstance that really challenged you. You're being detached from that. They missed their opportunity for lying. They lied on you. And so that's that. You got a new soul contract, and they are disagreeing with that, but they've been found unworthy. They were found unworthy. They've been playing in the shadows, confused, and you are still trying to heal from whatever it was they were doing to you. This is a new chapter, and your new person wants to have a conversation. They're looking to have a chat. Look into your eyes, darling, and feel the vibrations of your words. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. So, somebody neglected to give you what you needed, and they can't blame you. They can't blame you, and they can no longer bring you adversity. There's a light being shined on this. The truth is out. They neglected you. They can't blame you for this adversity. They neglected you. They feel there's unfinished business here. You're moving on. You're moving away. You're like, I'm out of here. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. You are a success. And they have habits they don't think they'll ever change. You've got prosperity in your future. Wow. And you have, wow, so you live with gratitude. You have self-esteem, gifts of the soul that benefit you and others, and you are free. You are free from this, and you have your abundance right here. The Hermit, somebody's here shining a light on all this. It's like they're not taking this lightly. They're looking very, very closely. They're very, very serious about their work. The truth is out. There were lying, thieving frauds. And you were too strong of a sunny being. Coming into a rebirth, all is well. That's the truth. The truth is revealed. You know what the truth is. You're open to seeing both sides of a situation. You understand clearly. You've got a new beginning here. Innocence, blind faith, opportunity. It's too late to take any action. Time. Indecision in the reverse. You know exactly what you're going to do and what you're doing. You're out of here. You're out of here. Out of there, out of wherever you are. You're out of there. Because they're not your friend. They're not your friend, and so you're out of there. They got habits. They got bad habits, man. And they like to neglect you and bring you adversity. And they were trying to blame you for the adversity. But you love, man. It's like, wow. You're like, okay, sayonara. You got all these problems with me. I'll just remove myself. So you're taking your honest self on down the road. You got your new project and you're getting busy. You're moving on. And they're overwhelmed and stressed out because the wheel of destiny has turned and the lovers are uniting. Yeah, they made some mistakes. They wish they could right their wrongs. Whoops. They wish they could right their... You feel good when you can help others. So the wheel of destiny is turning for you and your lover here, or lovers coming together. And these ones who are feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, they wish they could right their wrongs. This is over. They can't blame you for the adversity that they were doing. They were doing all kinds of nasty stuff, trying to pin it on you, and it failed. It was not a very good idea, and they want to escape. They're facing death. It's here in the environment. For this one who's overwhelmed and feeling stressed out, they made mistakes. These lovers are like, the wheel of destiny is turning. The lovers are coming together, the people who feel good when they help others, and then those who made mistakes are wanting to escape this change. A return to balance and harmony. Finding meaning. Being in your purpose. No more chasing around after what another's got. No more envy. No more coveting. No more coveting. Denial in the reverse. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, and that's in reverse. So these chasers, they're not acknowledging their fear. They're not aware. They have no awareness. They can't chase after you anymore, and they have no awareness. It's like they want to... You got love here. Love. So be chasers. Those who chase and deny love are worried because they can't chase after you anymore. You have grown. You're a limitless and abundant being who can manifest whatever you want in this physical reality. You have courage. I really think that this was a test. You are attracted to relationships and people that serve the higher good. It's weird, man. It's like... I don't know. I hope someday it'll be very clear. Because there's so many different facets. This is a multifaceted situation. I was thinking I should go get some more cards and switch it up because I'm getting the same story every time unless well, I like the same story. I like to see where we're at. Progress reports, right? Everybody should get it. I think employers stopped doing that though. You don't get progress reports anymore or wage increases. We got family room here. So they failed to give you what you needed. They cannot blame you for the adversity that was done in a family room. They feel there's unfinished business, and perhaps there is. You're moving forward. You're a successful being. You know that there's no greater goal than to love. They're in despair. They've got habits they don't think they'll ever change. You're living a life of gratitude. You've got gifts of the soul that benefit you and others. You have your freedom and your prosperity. These ones were not able to take your essence. You were too strong. You were too strong for this conflict. They weren't able to cause you poverty. They couldn't strip you of your energy. The truth is out. You have your new beginning here. They don't know, and there's no indecision. You know exactly what you're doing, and so does your team, the Most High, everybody who's working on behalf of love and life and the living. So this is wonderful. So your friends, so they're not your friends, they're not your lover, and they couldn't take your sudden wealth. You're leaving it behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. It didn't work out like they thought it was going to work out. You know what you're going to do. It's like you're not confused. You're not confused. So there is the element of energies that wish to bring confusion, but it's almost like it's getting nipped in the bud, before it can even be birthed. We've got death in the environment for these who are making mistakes. It's like they can't get their plan moving forward. They talk a lot. Privileged lady in the reversed, overwhelmed. They're not the privileged lady. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get a love union with this privileged lady. They couldn't even get a friendship with this privileged lady. They weren't friends. And she's got this Ace of Wands and moving on. It's wild. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Feeling good when she can help others. And this one, they made mistakes. There's death here and then unexpected income in the reverse. So they didn't get what they thought. They got what they thought they were going to give to you. You're coming into a reunion. There's a lot of potential to learn new skills. And these ones, they want to escape. There's death. They didn't get the income, so they want to escape this change. They didn't get the gift. They can't chase after you. There's denial here. Return to balance and harmony within marriages. Within marriages. A return to balance and harmony within marriages. No more freaking chasing around. No more infidelity. No more being a whore. And then, and no more like sleeping with anybody who offers it. Oh, I'm not going to deny that. Oh yeah, I want to have some of that. I mean, no more pleasure. No more none of that. We got expectation on the bottom of the deck and coffin. Again, so yeah, this is the end of that. It was weird. It was like a program within the mental body. And it was affecting, everybody's mental body subliminally, subconsciously. It was wild, and it just destroyed unions. And I mean, I witnessed it. Wild, man. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck, we got main man here. There could be a message of concern for this wealthy man in the court system, or maybe it could be this main male is a wealthy man that's in the court system right now regarding this pathway and the main female. This mature man is getting a message from an official person. Yeah, they're under adjudication in the courthouse right now. Wealthy man, mature man, main male. So you got main male, wealthy man who is high honor with a wide open pathway with the main female. And then you got mature man. It could be this mature man is an official person, or they're being sentenced by an official person within the courthouse. Anyhow, they're concerned. The Hermit, shining a light on eternal love and also shining a light on those who brought adversity and neglect. Those who know there's no greater goal than to love are moving forward, away from those who bring adversity to love, away from those who try to drain the fortune out of a loving partner. Rather than add to it, they it's like, yeah. So, and now they're confused. They don't know what to do. This is a habitual pattern. They don't know what to do. It's like, okay, you were too strong for this trickery. The truth has been revealed. You see both sides of this situation. They couldn't put you in poverty. They're bound to their commitments. It's too late to take any action. You are moving forward into your new beginning, and you have no indecision. You know exactly what you want to do. Disturbances. You are clear-minded. You have no mental disturbances. Regardless of what others would say, regardless of what evidence anybody thinks they have, you are clear-minded and you have no disturbances. These ones aren't your friends. They were after your essence, your energy, and they still are. They're very upset that they didn't get it. They're very upset that they're being cut off, and they're trying to come up with any excuse as to why they aren't actually a loser. So they're trying to convince everybody why they actually didn't lose and you actually owe them your essence. But it looks like, nobody really wants to listen to them anymore. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. And they got death here. Twice. Death and coffin. They didn't get the unexpected income. They didn't get the great fortune. Indulgence. These are very indulgent people. Overindulgent. They're not your friends. They didn't get the sudden wealth. They weren't able to get a lover. And you know what this could mean also? This could mean that it's time for you to move on. You're making this transition. You're leaving it behind. It could mean that you're leaving behind indulgence. You're leaving behind the cycle and the people that focused on indulgence and overindulgence, sensory pleasures, filling their void with material items, having hundreds of pairs of shoes just because, indulgence. So you're moving away from that. It was never part of your world anyway. It was part of the world of those who were siphoning off of you. It was part of their world, and that's what they were fighting you for. They wanted to keep being indulgent on your dime, on your energy. You've got a promise here. A collaboration, a unity. So you've got your team and your promise. Look, and you're at peace. Your team is working very hard to put this to rest. And you've got new beginnings here with an Ace of Wands. They're making sure that you are relaxed. They're dealing with this dominator. These third wheel dominators, they want to apologize for coming after your adventure. And they're sick. Because you reached your goals, and again, it's out of time. They're out of time. And it's a new family tree. It's like, and I keep picking up, it's like, it's not just like a new family tree. This is like a new family tree. Micro and macro. Micro and macro. Singular and plural. Like the small to the big. It's there's a shift happening that is so large, it's going to change the whole environment of this planetary system, I feel. Confinement. This coach is facing confinement. This is a coach. This is somebody who trained people to do this. The lovers are still coming together. They could not stop it. They made mistakes. They weren't able to come into the unexpected income, and there's death here. You feel good when you can help others. And you're on the upside of this wheel of destiny with your partner here, your kingdom spouse. Somebody's going through withdrawals. This person, they're going through withdrawals. They don't have any money. They may not have any of your energy. They want to apologize for doing rituals on you. But the fact that they did that and you survived it, you earned great merit and knowledge. Yeah, you got real estate coming. So you are coming into your reunion, you're coming into your potential, or perhaps you are working to hone or to master a skill. You are coming into your reward, your your this is your lucky season, and these ones are they're homeless. They may not have a house of wood or flesh, I don't know. Because the death card is here. They didn't get the gift, they didn't get the unexpected income, they want to escape. There's temperance here with balance and harmony. Marriage is here. They can no longer chase after you, and they're expecting a coffin. They're denying their fear. So we've got the third wheel enemies are lonely, or maybe they're going to be lonely. And you have earned merit and a mega project with your kingdom spouse. We've got the temperance card here, so it could be that you both are earth angels or that the earth angels are going to be marrying and working on attaining some goals. Those who were attempting to dominate you are overloaded right now. Because you persevered, you triumphed. You triumphed. You triumphed over these bullies whose profession it was to separate married people. To destroy eternal love. That's wild, you know. And I don't think, you know, everybody is aware that they're doing that. I think that it's an attachment. You know, the Jezebel attachment or whatever that is, the masculine one. What is it? Succubus, incubus. I think it's just an attachment, and it's been worked and utilized for a long time to separate divine unions or loving unions. Can't have too much love now, but we're coming back into balance and harmony for the marriage. Oh, I hope they're kind and not cruel. I hope they're, you know, lenient and not rigid. I hope they're compassionate and not narcissistic. Oh God, I don't want to repeat another cycle. We don't want more narcissists who think they can be a better narcissist. I don't know, man. I don't want that. I don't think that's going to happen. Money. So they were bringing adversity. They were trying to blame you for the adversity for whatever it was they were doing in a family room to get your money. They were neglecting you. They neglected to give you what you needed. They took everything from you. They took everything from those couples who were meant to be together. So they destroyed their foundations basically by this with using these incubus succubus entities. And by planting subliminal messages and manipulating the energies within the body. I mean, you can really screw somebody's free will up that way. Unfortunately, especially if you don't know what's happening. We got wedding here. Preparations, moving forward with the wedding. Success, you know that there's no greater goal than to love. There's unfinished business with these ones who brought you adversity. These ones with habits who are trying to come after your vitality, your life. So there's a surprise here. This, a big, ugly surprise that they're pulling up out of that water. It's 6,000 pounds. You know, in the water it doesn't seem like much, but when you bring it to the surface, it's huge. It's a huge surprise. This is going to be a huge surprise when this hits the news, when this comes out and is made public, which I think it will be at some point, probably after the chaos, the 3D chaos. What do we got here? Enemy. Pleasure-seeking enemy is having a misfortune. Bound to their commitments. And your friend has hope, or you have hope, or maybe you have hope of being a friend, or being with a friend, or getting friends. Brand new beginning, too late to take any action, just what you want to do. You have no mental disturbances. You are very well clear in the mind. You have very clear thoughts, very clear thinking. Regardless of what anyone might say, regardless of any excuses you might hear, regardless of any supporting evidence, Spirit says, this is the truth. This is what's going on. You got death here. Pleasure seeker, enemy, misfortune, bound to their commitments, death. They thought it was a great idea to cause you mental disturbances, but it looks like it might have backfired because it is in the reverse. And there's death here. So it could be that you are very mentally clear. It did not stick to you. It went back to them, and there's death. There's death in the environment, and there's death in the intentions and expectations. They were expecting to unalive you. You were too strong. You're the sun. You were too strong for that trickery. They could not strip you of your life force. It backfired, and they're bound to it. And now they owe the merchant. There's the merchant here waiting. There's conversation happening. They're sick. They're sick, and this Grim Reaper is there. Yeah, they tried to cause you mental disturbances and it backfired. You're still clear-minded. We've got widower and despair. It could have bounced back and hit somebody in the family. They were coming after an indulgent life, and this is what they got. They weren't able to be your lover. They didn't get your sudden wealth. They're not your friend. They're in despair. We've got widower here. Whatever this disturbance is, this backfire, it could have hit somebody in the family. I mean, it looks like it's going to hit twice because it's hitting up there and it's hitting over here. And it's hitting in the outgoing energy. It's like we got 3. It's like there's a death to the one who was trying to bind you to something. It didn't work. And then there's a death to the one either their partner or it's double freaking whammy death. I don't know. It could be 2 people. It's a coach. So there's a coach here. This is a coach. I don't know. This coach, are they working with somebody? I don't know. I think it's just the coach. Or somebody who coached another. Somebody and their coach. bound themselves. Somebody and their coach bound themselves. Scholar. Somebody and their coach bound themselves. They didn't get the income. They made mistakes. They're going through withdrawals. There's death here. The lovers are coming together. They're on the upside of this Wheel of Fortune. They feel good when they can help others. It's a reunion. It's a reunion. It's a reunion of high standards. Thought. Somebody's all stuck up in their thoughts. Thoughts with this mental disturbance here. And death. You're clear-minded. You know what to do. And this person, it backfired. Whatever this pleasure-seeking enemy was doing, trying to bind you to some commitment, it backfired and got them. They're homeless now. It could mean a physical form, because we've got death out here twice, and then, or it could mean, a house of wood or other. Wife, because they messed with somebody's wife. They messed with somebody's eternal love, trying to drain their vitality out so that they could sell it to a merchant for money. They messed with somebody's wife. Somebody who takes union very seriously. Constancy in the reverse. So they're not consistent. They weren't consistent. So the third wheel enemies weren't consistent in their process. They can't blame anything other than that. I mean, they can say, you only appear to be strong because of this or that. You only survived because of whatever, But Spirit's saying that they're facing these deaths and these coffins because they weren't consistent. So we've got cheerfulness for this sweetheart who's coming into the fortune. They're seen as faithful. A faithful sweetheart coming into a fortune. Happy. Time to go be happy. Coming into your real estate. You've earned your merit. And there's a marriage here with temperance energy. So it could be earth angels coming together as kingdom spouses. Or it could be something... the earth angels, I don't know. I like to think that this is the reunion of the earth angels with their home team. In the form of flesh, we have ancestry, right? But in the form of spirit, we have ancestry also. And whatever your essence is, your stars, wherever your stars came from, it's like, I really feel that this is going to be the reunion, and this is where the husbands and wife are going to be, like, they're going to be is a serious businessman. And now, that we've had our memories swiped and all of that, we're probably going to have to get used to, something proper. This thief is getting a letter, or maybe they got a letter from the doctor. The doctor sent this thief a letter. This soldier against love, this soldier who is fighting love is going to be making a journey soon. So whatever the letter they got from the doctor, it's a transition letter. This soldier will be transitioning soon. We've got death there, and coffin there. They were trying to sell this young woman's services to a merchant, this wife. Take that however it resonates for you. And there's lots of conversation about it. They're sick about it because this lover is here with the gift and they're going to have a child. They need to be consoled. This servant had a great time being all snobby and haughty, and now they're waiting for the message. They're in sorrow. They're sighing. And there's joyfulness here because there's a reunion of the Lord in the house. The Lord is here, and you've got the truth and the lie. Just don't be carried away with illusion, because we've got the edge walkers running around. So just be very, very careful. Use your discernment when you are presented with two that look very similar. Don't rush. We've got a priest who is what? Oh, an actual old woman. There's an old woman pretending to be a priest, a false priest, a false old woman. There's a priest pretending to be an old woman. They are false, and they're in a mental prison. Your foe is in melancholy. Yeah. A priest pretending to be an old woman. That they're false. And they're in a mental prison. Well, I hope this clarified something for you, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody.